If you have been wondering, how can you generate leads from your online marketing activities? Well, you just landed at the right place. My name is Jessica Campos with marketingforgreatness.com, and I am the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer, and now I help entrepreneurs and marketing teams to build brands and monetize them. Yes! So let's talk about leads. And when I say let's talk about leads, let me just tell you, I'm super proud because I started to receive testimonials from you guys. Some of you who have watched my videos have implemented what I have shared in my channel, and you are seeing results. So I am super excited. And I really declare that this video is going to open your mind to get ideas about, why maybe you're not generating leads right now, or maybe you can generate a strategy to generate more leads. In the full disclaimer, generating leads from online marketing takes a lot of time, effort, and it's a combination of what we can say a tornado of multiple things. So instead of you coming here today to hear my formula or my system that will help you generating leads, I want to be very honest with you. I won't be able to tell unless we're working together and I can see exactly what you're doing. But I can tell you from my experience as a top producer who have been building brands for multiple years, over a decade to be more exact, that there are usually some of the areas that if we actually correct those points or we get clarity around those particular strategies, usually you're going to have a better understanding of what is it that you're missing so that you can start generating leads. So let's roll. The first question that I have for you is, who is a lead for you? Typically, when we start working with entrepreneurs and marketing teams, they actually have a hard time defining who is a lead. So let's come into an agreement of the fact that a marketing lead and a sales lead, it's not the same. So you ask me, how can you get more lead from your online marketing activities? So my answer will have the marketing side of how exactly is that you can define a lead. A lead, when it comes to the marketing department, is somebody that has expressed interest in learning more about what you have to offer. If you were asking this question to somebody that is in sales, they will tell you, a lead is anybody that needs my services and I'm going out to prospect them. You see, there's two different things and they're both talking about the same thing, but in online marketing, because we're not going to go and bombard everybody without knowing that they're interested or not, you have to then be aware that the definition of your lead needs to be more specific. So that's the first thing. Who is a lead and how do you define a lead? If you feel like you're not generating leads and this question is something that pop up and you're like, I don't know who is a lead, start by defining exactly who is a lead for you. Then when it comes to online marketing, there is something that you need to understand. And that's the concept of inbound marketing versus outbound marketing. I want to start with the outbound because that's something that probably you already know. Outbound marketing is when you connect with somebody and you start that conversation. That is you outbounding that conversation. You see, when the message comes from you to the prospect, which is a prospect in your head, you are going to call that an outbound strategy. Inbound strategy is actually the opposite. When you're not doing anything, but you are just waiting until those prospects come to you. The school of inbound marketing can take you years to master. And that's why one of the things that I recommend for entrepreneurs when they are starting is to combine both schools of thinking so that they have strategies going on that are related to outbound and inbound. For example, there's nothing wrong with you going out and meeting people on networking events. When you are networking with people, well, you are initiating conversations. That is going to be part of your outbound marketing activities. Now, when you have your inbound, it's more convenient because you don't have to technically do anything, and then you're just attracting people to come to you. And in the School of Inbound Marketing, there's actually data that backs up the fact that when these prospects come to you that have been educated, they actually have their mind made up to 70% of the process. In other words, when you offer enough information for your prospects so that without any pressure, they go to a place, which is your website or your landing page or your social media, wherever. But when they feel like you are not putting any pressure on them, they're just there getting themselves educated, and they will contact you with their decision made up, with clear questions, and you're most likely to sign them up. A good place to start, if all of this information is like a new language to you, is please define who is a lead for you, and make sure that you pick activities that include attraction marketing, meaning bringing people to you. So we turn you into a pro in inbound marketing. Now let's talk about your qualification process. There is actually a couple of strategies to qualify your leads, but it all starts with you going through something that we call your future buyer's journey. The best way for you to create this journey is by recreating the process from the last client that you feel it was your best client ever. Going through the process actually means reverse engineering. How did they find you? What questions they ask? And how did you notice that their decision-making process went through? What objections they had? By recreating that journey, you're going to be able to market using that person as your imaginary prospect and covering all aspects of that imaginary prospect so that you actually declare as if you are signing them up. That is an excellent exercise. And again, if you have sign up clients, I usually say find your top 5 clients. And if you're loving working with them, what traits do you see that they have in common that helps you targeting your future clients? But also, how did they make their decision to work with you and what objections they had? If you have a chance, even ask them and create marketing that helps you to find person just like them. Okay? So qualifying your leads, it is something that you will do. It doesn't matter if you actually are representing products that maybe you're not feeling like, I am not in the process to qualify my clients because everybody can be the user of my product. Instead of doing that, I recommend that you take this process in a very personalized approach. Likes attract likes, and there's a good chance that you will feel that what these 5 people that are working with you and you love it have in common is that they found that they could relate with you and your story. Do not ignore the power of personal brand marketing, and this is one of the reasons why I highly recommend that you get heavy on your personal brand marketing strategies. So we talk about inbound, getting your leads qualified. Now let's talk about using copy that leads the person to feel their pain and feel like you are the solution that they need right now. I cannot stretch enough how many times we see that they are not having conversions. And when we review the process that they're using, they're really not marketing to the pain. Just keep in mind that marketing means that you are sending a message in front of qualified users who actually have a pain and they're looking for a solution right now. If you feel like you need to convince people so that they feel like they're not even sure if they need you, but you're there telling them, hey, I think you need this. Hey, I think you need this. Hey, this is great if you try it. That kind of message is not going to get you traction. Try instead pinching their pain points. One of the recommendations that I have, and this worked with me every single time when I was working in direct sales, I usually would just ask specific questions. Hey, who do you know who just had a baby and would love to lose 20 pounds by the end of December? Like that specific. And when you ask that specific, you will always get word of mouth recommendations. Try that and see how it works. So the finale, okay? We talk about the inbound, the qualification, and how to structure your content so you pinch their pain. Now, when are you actually going to get leads? That should be a mandatory question, right? Like, how long does this take? Well, here's the thing. I don't know if what I'm going to tell you, it's going to be good news or bad news. Here is the reality. Nowadays, everybody has data overload. There's a lot of content out there. So creativity is needed. So you can create what we call on top of their mind marketing. And what exactly means? That means that you want to be always remembering those prospects that you're there, okay? So being on top of their minds is going to require you that you go into a strategy when it comes to the online marketing that we call omnichannel marketing. There's actually a full hour training that I want to give it to you if you're interested to watch. It's completely free, where I'm talking about how to create a strategy in 2020. It's ironic because we didn't know about the pandemic when I filmed that strategy, but starting in 2020, we knew there's a lot of information out there. So omni-channel marketing, it's like the octopus. You have to be everywhere. And data shows that all the prospect needs sometimes is just a repetition of exposures. And if you are in sales, you will agree with me that the fortune when you close a client is in the follow-up. So in marketing, it's the same thing. That's why we are recommending omni-channel marketing strategies that consider that your brand will be on top of the minds of your prospects. So I hope that you found valuable information on this video. And I also hope that you read the description below, because I want to give to you the access to Planning My Greatness, which is my latest book. It's actually behind here. Inside Planning My Greatness, you will find 100 ways to gain visibility. And this considers what I just told you about omni-channel marketing, because you just want to be on top of the minds of those people who need you, but those who will buy from you is because they need you today. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe, sprinkle some love, and comment, like, and share this video.